David Jones dubbed himself Deacon after deciding that his given name sounded too common. But there was nothing common about the way Deacon Jones played the defensive end position.
I could do things on the football field that you probably haven't seen done since I've been, because it just flowed for me.
Deacon came out of nowhere to be one of the greatest football players ever at that time, and still today he's the best defensive end ever.
The Los Angeles Rams discovered Jones by chance while watching film of one of his college opponents. They made the little-known product of Mississippi Vocational a 14th-round selection in 1961. He soon established himself as a destructive combination of speed, quickness, and explosiveness never before seen in a 270-pound defensive lineman.
I would safely say at this point in time, I was the fastest in the history of the game. From a dead standstill. My lateral movements along with my initial speed was just fantastic. I could outrun daylight.
He changed running away from a defensive end. We never blocked the off end. Never had to. But him, once you left him alone, he'd catch anybody running a sweep away from him.
In Los Angeles, Jones teamed with Merlin Olsen, Rosie Greer, and Lamar Lundy to form the Fearsome Foursome, one of the most dominant defensive lines in NFL history.
I think I would match our group against any that have ever played the game.
Deacon was our quick knife to the heart of the offense. And we really turned him loose and said, Deacon, come off the ball, go as aggressively and as quickly as you can, and raise as much havoc as you can.
Jones was a unanimous all-league selection 6 straight years, from 1965 to 1970, and won Defensive Player of the Year honors in 1967 and 68. In 14 seasons, the man known as the Secretary of Defense made 8 Pro Bowls and specialized in the quarterback sack, a term he invented.
Sacking the cornerback is just like you devastate a city, or you cream a multitude of people. I mean, it's just like you put all the offensive players in one bag, and I just take a baseball bat and beat on the bag. Okay, we just found a term.
The NFL only began keeping official sack statistics in 1982, so Jones's name appears nowhere on the list of all-time sack leaders. However, no football historian would question his inclusion on such a list. By his own count, Jones registered 173.5 sacks, one of the highest totals in league history.
Deacon Jones has more sacks than anybody in the history of this game, but they won't go back and count them past 1981 or 1982. Why not give credit where credit is due?
I'd like to have known how many sacks David Jones had. I know that he was as dominant a defensive end that I'd ever seen rushing the passer.
Many of Jones's fierce rushes to the quarterback were aided by his use of the head slap, a technique the league ultimately outlawed.
The head slap was to do 2 purposes. One was to give myself an initial head start on the pass rush. In other words, an extra step. Because anytime you go upside a man's head, then they have a tendency to blink their eyes or close their eyes, and that was all I needed. Gail Sears had a statement out that all he needed was 16 inches. Well, all I needed was a blink of the old eyes, and I was by you. Come on, Big D! Come on, make him bleed through the ears!
He developed an equally well-earned reputation for his gift of gab.
Deacon Jones is the kind of guy, he wants to brag. He wants to challenge people. He wants to say, we're the best, you guys got to come stop us.
Oh, I took a beautiful lick down here.
The Los Angeles Times named Jones the most valuable Ram of all time, and his beloved coach, George Allen, called him the greatest defensive end of modern football.
When I hit and put my back into it, you know, boom. I mean, that's going to provide that shot that's going to put the intimidating fear of God into that running back. Let him know and make him go back to that huddle and tell his quarterback, damn it, I'm not running in Deacon Jones' area anymore. So each time he came over there, I tried to tear his damn head off. Let's play some football. Let's play some football. Oh, man, still got a little left, bro.
The Rams sent a 33-year-old Jones to the San Diego Chargers in a multiplayer trade before the 1972 season. He spent 2 years with the Chargers, playing in his 8th Pro Bowl in 1972. He finished his career with the Washington Redskins in 1974. All told, Jones missed just 5 games out of a possible 196 during his 14-year career.
It was a badge of courage for me to be out there when I was sick or hurt, to meet you and let you look me in the face when the press has been talking all week about I ain't gonna make it. And I want to surprise you on Sunday and look you in the eyes. Because if I beat you when I'm hurt, you know what I've done to your whole mentality?
David, I welcome you to the National Football League Hall of Fame.
Deacon Jones was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility in 1980.
It's with great pleasure that I stand before you to receive the supreme recognition of the professional football world that honors the joy and admiration of one's own ability. I wasn't going to be a lawyer, I wasn't going to be a doctor, I wasn't going to be the president of the United States. I was destined, just like Ray Charles was born to sing the blues. Deacon was born